Welcome to Spicy Toast Gaming. Thank you for tuning in to another Spicy Toast video. Today we're going to be covering the best champions for each region. Now, some different adventure roadmaps or quests require you to complete them with champions from a certain region, so it's always good to have one champion from each region that you are comfortable with, that's been leveled up, so that when they drop new quests, you're able to complete them easily and you don't have to suddenly try to level up a new champion. Now, we have made this video before during the last expansion, but some new champions have come out, some of the rankings have shifted, and so we're going to be covering this again. Now, we will briefly touch on every single champion, and we will highlight more than one champion if a region either has a lot of champions in it, or if the ranking is pretty close between multiple champions. Before we get started, though, just want to say a special thank you to everyone that's been subscribing recently. The channel's really been blowing up, getting a lot of subscribers. We're trying to hit 1,000 by the end of the year, so thank you to everyone that's helped make that possible. So first, let's start off with Demacia. Demacia is a very competitive region. Every single champion is really good. So we have Lux, we have Garen, and we have Vayne. All three of these champions are very strong. You really can't go bad with any of them, but I would give the award to Garen, both because he is very strong, but also very simple. So you don't really have to try too hard to win with him. He's very straightforward, and he would be my go-to for the best champion in general for Demacia. So I would go with Garen, but honestly, they are all very, very strong. You can't go wrong with any of them, so you might want to test them all out if you have them unlocked and see whose playstyle you liked best. All right, let's go for Noxus. So we have LeBlanc. LeBlanc was just added this expansion. We also have Annie and Darius. Now, all of these champions are pretty good, not quite as good as Demacia, but I would say LeBlanc is far and away the best champion for this region. She's fairly straightforward. There's a lot of interesting things you can do with her, but it's not that she's too difficult to win with. She is very, very strong, even at level 1. Absolutely amazing. Definitely the best champion for the region. The others are fine. Annie's pretty good, especially. But yeah, LeBlanc, definitely the best champion for Noxus. All right, next let's touch on Freljord. So we have Gnar right here, Ornn, and Ashe. So I would say, especially at lower levels, Ashe is going to be the best champion. But if for some reason you had both champion or multiple champions at 3 stars, I would actually give it to Gnar. I think he scales better, and I think at level 30 with 3 stars, he is going to absolutely destroy Ashe. But if you're just looking for what champion to buy and kind of have in your back pocket, you're not going to star them up as high, or you're not going to spend as much time to get them to high level, Ashe is going to be better for most of those earlier levels. Ornn is... most people consider him the worst champion in the game. Freljord is probably the weakest region. Honestly, none of the champions are spectacular. All right, let's move on to P and Z. So that's Piltover and Zaun. So we have Jinx, the first champion everyone gets. Very strong. We also have Teemo. So Teemo is Bandle City plus P and Z. All right, Vi and Echo. So I would give this to Teemo. I think Teemo is incredibly powerful, especially once you get him leveled up. Very, very strong. The thing he needs most is levels to get those relics, not necessarily stars. So if you just want to be able to put time into a champion and get them very powerful, but don't want to worry about starring them up, Teemo is very, very good. Now, Jinx also very strong. Since you start out with her, she's probably already relatively high level and with multiple stars. Jinx is very simple, very easy, so she would also work, but I would give it to Teemo. I like Teemo much better. All right, let's go to Shadow Isles. So Shadow Isles, we have Gwen. We also have Veigar. And who is the last one? Kindred. So this one is 100% Gwen. Gwen is one of the best champions in the game. The other two both give you very interesting and fun playstyles. I like them both a lot, but Gwen is just way better than either one of them. One of the best champions in the entire game. The other two are both kind of middle of the road. They're just fine. Interesting playstyles, but fine. Gwen is incredibly powerful. So, not even close, 100% her. Alright, next we have Bilgewater. Bilgewater is probably one of the most competitive regions. I think the difference between all of them is far narrower than most other regions. But we have Illaoi, we have Miss Fortune, Tahm Kench, and Pyke. Honestly, yeah, they're all pretty close. I would give it to Illaoi, very strong, easy to win as soon as you attack with her at like 4 mana. She is both probably the simplest and strongest in my opinion, but again, all of them I think are pretty close together, so you might want to determine who you like best for your playstyle, but in general, I would say Illaoi is the best. Alright, so for Targon, we have Diana, we have Leona, and we have Yuumi. Now, Diana, one of the best champions in the game, she is definitely the best for her region. It's really not even close. Leona is pretty good. I kind of think Yuumi is kind of garbage unless you have her at 3 stars and kind of maxed out, then she's okay. But Diana, definitely the best for her region. Alright, so now let's take a look at Shurima. So we have Kai'Sa, Taliyah, and Nasus. This is going to be the same as last time. I think Taliyah is the strongest. Kai'Sa is probably better than Nasus, and then Nasus is just fine. He's not bad. But yeah, I would give it to Taliyah. Taliyah is the best for that region, in my opinion. Although I will say Taliyah does need her 3-star power. It is pretty important. So if you don't have her at 3 stars, and you don't want to get her to 3 stars, then I would actually say it's kind of a toss-up. Kai'Sa can be good, but she feels fairly limited. Honestly, I think Nasus might be the best if you just have a champion at like 1 stars and you're not able to star up any. I think Nasus would probably scale much better than the other two. But if you have them, are you able to get them to 3 stars, Taliyah is definitely better than any of the others. Alright, let's take a look at Ionia. So we have Master Yi, Yasuo, and Lee Sin. I'm going to give this one to Master Yi. He is very strong. You're able to end the game very quickly with him. Pretty fun playstyle. Now, Yasuo is very strong, but Yasuo is much slower. You kind of need to wait until you get Yasuo on the board, and you then have to level him up. And I think it's much more champion reliant. Master Yi, I feel, is pretty strong, and once you get some levels with him, he's able to just end the game in the first couple rounds. So I would give it to Master Yi. Yasuo also quite strong, and then I kind of think Lee Sin is pretty bad, honestly. All right, World Walker, I think that's what they're called. So this is a very large region. So let's just go up to the top. So we have Aatrox, Bard, Jax, Jhin, Kayn, Evelynn, and I believe that is all of them. So I would say Jax and Jhin are both the strongest in the region. Jax, you can end the game very, very quickly. Jhin, you can still end the game fairly quickly, but it's more in the mid game. where Jax, you're trying to end it in the first like 2 rounds. Jhin has a massive amount of control and removal, so I'd say these are the 2 best for the World Walker. And then Varus is also pretty strong. That being said, pretty much everyone in this region is pretty strong. I would say Bard is the weakest, but really any of the World Walker champions, they're all solidly like in the B tier or higher in my opinion. So you really can't go wrong with any of them, but Jax and Jhin are the strongest. All right, so last we have Bandle City, and these are all cards that have multiple regions. So we have Teemo, Veigar, Gnar, and Yuumi. I believe that is all of them. Yes, so this one is definitely Teemo. Teemo is pretty much miles away from any of the others, especially once you get those levels on him. He's able to end the game very, very quickly in the first couple of rounds. He's one of the strongest champions in the game. Gnar and Veigar are both decent. They're both fairly strong. And then Yuumi's pretty garbage. But Teemo is definitely the strongest for Bandle City. All right, so that is the best champions for every single region. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope it was useful for you. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe, and I hope you have a great day. Hey, you made it to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching that video all the way to the end. If you did enjoy it, please like and subscribe. We're putting out multiple videos every single day for Path of Champions content. So if that interests you, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and welcome to the channel. Have a great day.